Everyone treats summer like it owes you happiness. Long days, pool parties, your best life on a loop. So what does it mean when you feel worse? The summer blues are real. It's why summer is one of the busiest stretches of the year for people starting therapy. Therapy is not only for when you're in crisis. Grow Therapy is for all the moments when you decide you want more. More support, more clarity, more tools. Mental health isn't a destination you reach. It's something you build, and Grow makes that easier. Grow connects you with thousands of high-quality licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person sessions, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. The therapist you want takes your insurance on Grow. Grow accepts over 125 insurance plans. Sessions average $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, August 17th, 2026. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. President Trump wants the Supreme Court to allow him to keep building a ballroom at the White House. In a brief that often reads like the president's social media posts, Stephen Dinan reports the Department of Justice says the ballroom is needed for security purposes, pointing to the assassination attempts the president has faced as justification for the $400 million building. Trump had the old East Wing of the White House razed last fall without getting permission from Congress or several boards that oversee construction in the monumental core of Washington. The president wants the court to set aside lower court rulings that have shut down construction. The Supreme Court has given the National Trust for Historic Preservation, which sued to stop construction, until Tuesday to file a response. The top American commander in the Middle East has praised the crew of the USS Abraham Lincoln, saying relief is coming for the beleaguered sailors and Marines aboard. Mike Glenn reports Admiral Brad Cooper called his tour of the Lincoln over the weekend awe-inspiring. He acknowledged the mental health challenges faced by the crew, but defended Lincoln's record in a statement posted to social media. The aircraft carrier has been the focus of intense coverage and controversy over its extended deployment of more than 250 days at sea, supporting the war in Iran. Some family members of the crew have complained about poor living conditions, including substandard food, and a reported uptick in mental health cases aboard the ship. The Democratic National Committee has voted to approve dueling resolutions regarding U.S. immigration and customs enforcement. At its summer meeting in Austin, Texas, Carrie Pickett reports one resolution called to abolish ICE and one called to reform it. Part of a larger package of declarations, the resolutions passed the full membership unanimously by voice vote. For Democrats, the battle over whether abolish or reform ICE language is used highlights the friction between establishment Democrats and far-left insurgents. The first full year of a surge of federal law enforcement in Washington saw the extra personnel contributing to lower crime statistics and helping the Metropolitan Police Department apprehend the most suspects since before the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the surge began last August, our Matt Delaney reports 16,000 arrests have been made, but a clear breakdown of those arrests is unavailable. For all of 2025, MPD recorded more than 24,000 arrests, the highest total since 2019, which had nearly 28,000. What remains unclear is how much the federal presence has factored into MPD's higher numbers. The surge of law enforcement has included thousands of National Guard troops who lack arrest authority and hundreds of agents from the FBI, Secret Service, and other agencies. And finally, a new Department of Health and Human Services report claims hospitals pushed unnecessary gender transitions on children in the name of making profit. Stephen Dinan reports at times the behavior crossed the line into fraud, according to the report, with children's hospitals and pediatric gender clinics misusing billing codes to make insurance companies pay for treatments that might otherwise have been rejected as wrong or unnecessary. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has referred more than 200 medical entities to the HHS Inspector General for a more thorough investigation into wrongdoing. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. And a quick programming note, the front page will be off from August 18th to August 20th and return on Friday, August 21st. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
If your fashion wish list lives rent-free in your brain, you need to be on Poshmark. With Poshmark, you're shopping millions of listings from thousands of closets, each curated by someone with their own style. Vintage finds, designer pieces, and everyday staples all in one place. Search for your favorites or let the discovery come to you. Poshmark makes it easy to find what you actually want to wear at prices that feel like a quiet win. Download the Poshmark app today and use code PODCAST10 when you sign up to get $10 off your first purchase.